Wagwan beautiful people, welcome to yet another video. I hope you guys are feeling great. I am glad to be back with another video, and you guessed it, this is the preview series where we dive into my predicted 11, a bit of Chelsea news, my score prediction, and I hope you guys will enjoy this video. Of course, tomorrow we'll be facing Aston Villa for the Carabao Cup competition, and I have to say I'm excited. Now, we will be facing Man City on Saturday, and then after that we'll be facing Juventus on Wednesday. Now, the following fixtures after the Aston Villa games are very important. I would say in terms of Juventus, it is the champion. We have to put our best foot forward. In terms of Man City are very strong opponents, so hopefully we'll be ready for that game. So in terms of the expected lineup, I'm going to be expecting a few changes here and there, because Thomas Tuchel mentioned that, of course, some players he did not give away in his press conference who would be there, but he mentioned a few new entries that might be possibly making a comeback for tomorrow's game, and hopefully everything goes great. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. And let's just jump right into it. So for the Chelsea news, of course, I have to give it to you straight from Cobham. And as it is right now, Mendy is injured. Of course, he was not present in the previous game, and he had not been present. Thomas Tuchel had not mentioned that he would not be present, but the fact that he was not present, now in his conference he mentioned that he was injured and he'll sadly be out, and even for tomorrow's game he won't be able to participate. So this is in terms of Mendy. It's really sad to have Mendy out, but it's nice to see that Kepa can still fill in the shoes. Of course, we still have a new goalkeeper, Bettinelli. So it would be nice to see what he brings to the squad. But it's very nice, in terms of Kepa, his confidence was boosted. His confidence went all over to the moon. And I have to say, just a big congratulations to Kepa. So I will be expecting to see the likes of Kepa tomorrow. But that's in terms of Mendy. Then in terms of Marcos Alonso, I have to definitely give you an update on him. So Marcos Alonso made a statement that he will not be taking a knee during the beginning of the game. As we all know by now that before all the football games begin, all the players take a knee stand to show that they stand against racism. Now, Marcos Alonso said he will not be taking a knee. Rather, he will be pointing to where on his shirt is written, "We stand against racism." Now, this move caused a bit of raw on social media. There's some people who are for it, some are against it. But in my opinion, I feel like the guy is a grown-up. He can do whatever he wants. Thomas Tuchel mentioned it too. He said that he trusts him, and the fact that people have been kneeling for a very long time, it feels like it kind of has lost meaning. In terms of like when you do something repeatedly over and over, it just loses its meaning. So in terms of Marcos Alonso, Thomas Tuchel mentioned that he hopes this will produce a more productive talk around racism that goes around sports, and let's see what happens. But I feel like in terms of Marcos Alonso, it is his personal decision, and that is the latest in terms of Marcos Alonso. Now, in terms of contract signing, yes, I have to give you an update. I told you guys I would do it. Check out my previous videos if you haven't. I will definitely be linking them in the description box down below. Now, I talked about Rudiger wanting his salary increased, and Christensen that the talks were opening about him extending his contract, and it has been reported that Rudiger and Christensen contracts have been finalized. And now on to the next. In terms of Mason Mount, Kante and Jorginho, they're still in talks for a renewal of contract, so it would be nice to see them. The likes of Mason Mount, the likes of Kante, I know Mason Mount has not been at his best, but Kante and Jorginho, it's really nice to see that they're extending their contract, and of course we'd love to have them on the pitch. I know for Mason Mount, he's had a few bad games, but the lad has had his fair share of good times. He was part of the squad that won the Champions League. So we have to give credit where it's due. It's really great to hear some great news in terms of contract extension. Now, that is the latest in terms of Chelsea news. Now, let's move on to my starting 11. Who do I think Thomas Tuchel will go with? Now, I have to say, when we start this game, I feel like we should start with a very strong squad. Don't get me wrong. I know Aston Villa is a very interesting. They have a strong squad. They have a strong squad, but this is for the Carabao Cup, and I have to say that we have to start strong, and eventually, if we see that we're doing well, maybe nicking a goal or two, we can make some substitutions. Now, we're facing Man City over the weekend, and of course, some players need to be rested. We have had games back to back, with some games in between the week like this one, and we'll also be having another one next week in between the week. So some players are key for every game, but we'll need to start strong. Now, for the substitutions, I feel like I'll have to mention them because they'll have to be key in this game. And depending on how the game is going, of course, that is according to Thomas Tuchel in his press conference, he mentioned that we should expect to see some new faces. Of course, he did not give up his starting 11. He gave a few hints here and there. So it will be nice to see who he starts, but who do I feel like he should start with? I feel like the squad should still be strong, and he is my go-to starting 11 without wasting any more time. So I will be having Kepa in goal. Now for the back three, for my formation, backup. For my formation, Thomas Tuchel says it's the 3-4-2-1 formation. Now during halftime, he proceeded on with the 3-5-2 formation. Now it would be interesting to see if he starts the 3-5-2 formation, but I doubt it because the 3-4-2-1 formation is what he has been working with. Now I expect to see a 3-4-2-1 formation with Kepa in goal now that Mendy is out. So Kepa will be starting for me. I predict he should be starting. For the back three, I expect to see Rudiger, Thiago Silva, yes, and I'll be expecting to see Christensen. Then for the midfield four, now I know he mentioned the likes of Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Saul, that they might be present in the game tomorrow, but I feel like if they're going to be coming in, they should be coming in as substitutions. Now we should start our strong squad. And with that said, I will be starting for my left wing back. I'll be starting Marcus Alonso. Then at the pivot, guys, hear me out. I know that we'll be facing Man City on Saturday, but Kante should definitely start in this game. I mean, he's back, and I feel like maybe with the few minutes he got on Saturday, I think he got to play from halftime till the end. So N'Golo Kante should definitely be starting. Then right next to him will be Kovacic. So I will be starting Marcus Alonso, N'Golo Kante, and then Kovacic, and then at the end I will be having Azpilicueta. Now for the front three, I think we should mix it up this time around. In terms of Kai Havertz and Mason Mount, I feel like they're just not there. In terms of they're not in form, they're just not creating the chances that we need. We need to score goals, and this being the Carabao Cup, we're not expected to do any less than we've been doing. I mean, we've been doing a really great job so far. We're currently first in the Premier League, but this is not the Premier League, but I had to mention it. So I will be expecting to see Ziyech. Right next to him, I'll be having Timo Werner. Then up front, I will be having Lukaku. Now, guys, I will be expecting to see some new faces, and I will not be surprised if these new faces even start. I will be expecting Tuchel to mix it up. I mean, as I said, we'll be facing Man City on Saturday, and hopefully, in terms of, for example, Mendy, he said that Mendy might be available, but if he's not, Kepa will still be our go-to keeper. Now, for the substitutions, the likes of Ruben Loftus-Cheek, the likes of Saul, Chalobah might make his comeback, so I'm expecting to see some new faces. So I won't be surprised to see them, and let's see who Thomas Tuchel goes with. Tell me your predicted score. Tell me your predicted starting 11. Who do you think I went with and should not have been in the starting 11? I mean, it's the Carabao Cup, but we still need to win as many tournaments as possible, as many titles as possible. We are contending for the Premier League, for the Champions League, for the Carabao Cup. We have a lot of tournaments, and we need to mix up the squad. So this will be my starting 11. But yes, interact with me in the comment section. I'll definitely be interacting with you guys. I definitely love how you guys have interacted with me, and I don't take it for granted. Thank you. Then in terms of my score prediction, now Aston Villa, as I said, is a strong team. They have a strong squad, but if they make the mistake, we can definitely make this an easy win. So I feel like in terms of tomorrow's game, I am expecting 3 is our lucky number. It's printed on our shirts. It's what we've been winning. So a 3-0 win. But if we are able to even get a 4-0 win, I mean, I want to see more goals. Yes, this is not the Premier League, but I would love to see more goals. I mean, the teamwork is absolutely phenomenal in terms of, for example, Lukaku and Timo Werner. Of course, a reporter mentioned this during his press conference, and it's great to see how Lukaku does not want to be the only one shining. He wants to see his teammates shining, and it's just beautiful. So for my score prediction, I will be going with a 3-0 win for Chelsea. And if we're able to get a 4-0 win, I'll take it any day, anytime. So that will be my score prediction. And that will be it for my video. I really do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Share it with your family and friends. And don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. And I will be seeing you in my next video.